market we're looking at is the US dollar, Canadian dollar, Forex currency pair. Like I told you on Friday, we were looking for a potential setup here if Friday became that inside bar, and we got an inside bar right here. You see that? The high of Friday was much lower than Thursday's high up in here, and the low of Friday was much higher than the low of Thursday here. So we have an inside pattern. So what I told you was if it became an inside pattern, we would be looking for a buy setup, right? The trend is up, right? Trend is obviously up. The market has definitely pulled down into a logical support level, right? We bought it right in here, actually, this white horizontal line. We bought it, and we ended up breaking even on this trade, but it set up, and we kept it on our watch list. So this is where we went long this morning. Is it took out the high of Friday. Friday's high was 1.0403. We went long at 1.0407. So we're long at 104.07. We're trading at 104.13 now. The initial catastrophe stop on this, I'm going to put this white horizontal line below the low of Friday. That's where our stop is. The low is 103.57. I'm going to go at 103.55. So the stop, the sell stop right now is at 103.55. Long at 104.07. Okay, we're risking 52 pips on this trade. 52 pips. Our first profit target is going to be at 104.59. 104.59, which is right up here. 104.59 is right here. 104.59 is slightly lower than the high of Thursday at 104.71. Okay, so about 15 pips lower than that. All right, so there you have it. We are long right here. Again, that entry is 104.07. The initial stop loss is below Friday's low. I'll put it right here, initial stop loss. This is our buy right in here. And this is our, we're going to call it PO1. That stands for Profit Objective Number 1. And it's really that simple, folks. That's what I'm looking for here on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. I'm looking for a rally up to that point. We'll watch that. Let's flip to the overall market. This is the E-mini S&P 500. I mean, look at this market. Market is testing today the all-time high in this market, right? It's not only the yearly high, but the all-time high in the E-mini S&P 500, right? Look at this. 1679 3/4. Today's high is 1677 3/4. We're trading right on the high right now. We're trading 2 points down from the all-time high. So pretty amazing stuff. It'll be interesting to see if we are able to break through that level. But as we saw that pullback, I mean, take a look at this. We've got our fibs drawn from the yearly low. This is the low of the year right down here. This is the all-time high. Yearly high, all-time high, right? Look at where the market actually pulled down to. Look at the 50% retracement from this year's low to high. The 50% was right in here, right? Which happened to be roughly, what, a 7.5% pullback of the entire market. And we've seen a huge move. I mean, we're seeing 120 point S&P point move to the upside. Big move up, right? As you recall, when I got back from my big vacation, I actually bought the SDS roughly right in here, right? Right, SDS, which is the inverse market, right? If the stock market goes down, the SDS goes up, and I lost on that trade, right? But again, I called myself out of that trade and took a loss on that trade. Now, and the trick is to be able to, put in your stop, follow your rules, and get out of the market, okay? And that's the important thing here. Now, again, we're retesting the all-time high. This is, I believe, a critical time in the market. We'll see how we are able to test this high. If we're able to close above this high, obviously that would be very positive. If we're not able to close up through that high and we dink around here for a while, we just want to watch. And I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. But what I'm looking at is the SSO, right? The SSO is the long mark, right? This looks just like the S&Ps pretty much, right? The SSO tracks the S&P 500, but it's 2 times the index, right? So if you're long the market and you want to get into your IRA and you want to be long the market, you can buy the SSO market, right? The SDS is the reverse, right? Just like the E-mini S&P chart that I showed you. Again, it mirrors it pretty much, although the SSO isn't quite at the all-time high in the SSO. It's slightly under it, all right? Again, it matches it. Look at this, is the 50% retracement. Ultimately, that's where you wanted to get long, right down in here somewhere. But again, let's take a look at this again tomorrow. We're going to watch that Canadian dollar Forex currency trade, which is right there. Again, we are long this market at 104.07 with a stop loss or catastrophe stop is 103.55. Only risking 52 pips, and our first objective, our profit objective, is 104.59. Okay? Hope you have a profitable day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.